Yep. Okay, so what may not be easy to see, easier anyway, is that I've got a nice flat surface here and it dips down. You can see some of the shavings from the brass repair that was done years ago. I took my welder to it yesterday and welded up some of the parts that had been split out. Right there, right there. But I was left with a dent, a dip, here. Again, it's kind of hard to see, but here is the dip. And what I'm going to do is this. I've rigged up a piece of 2x4 as a straight edge, and I'm going to more or less pound that out gently and slowly with my rubber mallet, and maybe another straight edge up on top. I've got, maybe an inch. I've done this on purpose so that I can get a good, easy, clear hit. Although, I gotta get a hammer in here. That's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Maybe I should heat this up first, make it soft. But I'll have those little those butane torches, propane torches. They aren't that great, not that hot anyway. But yeah, do I have any? I've got some more wood around here somewhere, I think. Acres of this stuff. There it is. Show you from the other side. Let me clamber out of here for a sec. Alright, I've rigged up my light here in the back. You can kind of see the indentation better now that there's a shadow there. Nothing major, but you know, something I can definitely fix. A couple of hammer hits and there you go, I guess. Sure as hell would be easier if I had this thing on a rotisserie. I could do it that way, but I'm just thinking back to me when I was 16. I would have filled this with fiberglass and called it a day. Yep, but not now. No, I'm too much of a professional to do that. Well, no one's ever accused me of being too awfully bright, so this isn't working. I figured I'd just document it. Fuck it. What I'm going to do is deconstruct this little thing here. I'm going to cut a longer piece from here to here, clamp it down, and hammer from the other side, like I probably should have been doing in the first place. I'm done. As much as I'm going to be done, I've got some repairs here. More or less what I did was I took this, clamped it down with these, and pounded the hell out of it from below, which is up here. So, rust spot. I'll just strip all that, redo that. This, I think I did that with an angle grinder, I think. So I'll do something with that. Hard part, and that's not gonna be hard, is this. So I'll weld that from below. Yeah, I'll weld that from below. Damn it. There we go. Weld that from below. I'll weld this from below. And I'll weld it from above as well. And put a little piece of something in there to fill that gap. Yeah, that's not going to be tough. In fact, it might just be easier if I zip it down here for a larger piece. Because it more or less split right there at the curve. That's not going to be tough to fill in and fix. In fact, that'd be kind of fun. Might be kind of fun. There's that from up here. Again, that was an older repair with a braze. This I'll fill in. That's the part I hit with the angle grinder, I think. When I was trying to strip this thing down, sure as hell did open up once I straightened this piece. A whole bunch of junk in there. Yeah, not bad. Well, that was easy. All right, so I've got a, not a dilemma at all, but something that I wanted to kind of overcome. I've got a cut here, and under there's a little bit of a seam there. I'm gonna have to weld that from underneath. I've got this here, which was at one point repaired with the braze. And then at one point, the entire, this portion here had caved in. I fixed that. But you can see that this has a, half inch, quarter inch of a gap. A half inch, I guess. And I've got the, this here to kind of work past. So I've come up with a no kidding, patch panel. It's here. Using, so this was an old scrap off of a an inner sill that I had said, hell with it, I'll retry it, redo it. And it's, 16 gauge steel, I think it is. Or 18 gauge, one of the two. It's not very thick, but thick enough. And I've bent it in the shape of my my patch. Didn't do too badly of a job either. I'm not too displeased. I'm happy to say that my metal bending skills are just as expert as my my welding skills. So, got a brand new bottle of weld gas there. I'm gonna cut that out. I'll show you where the it'll go like this. But, oops. So you can see I've got some overlap there. And now that I look at it, maybe a little bit more pounding from the underside, kind of get in there. So my plan is I'll cut it right here and cut the whole thing off basically and weld in a new piece. But I've got to be kind of careful as to where it's going to go and how it where it's going to go and how it's going to weld in. So I'll take this down bit by bit and slowly. I'm going to probably just fill this in, not with metal, but with tiger hair. That's such goddamn good stuff. Yeah. This is not an artifact of what I think was the prior crash. This was me getting happy with my my damn angle grinder, and I cut too deeply. Not cut, but I was, flapper disc, and I went down too far, and there you go. And kind of split it up when I was continuing to, what do you call it? Oh, you know what? I wonder, here's another area. I don't know if you can tell there, but there's some daylight coming through there. I might need to either repair that, put in a whole bunch of metal, weld in some metal and grind it down, or replace it. I don't think I'm going to replace it. I'm not going to replace it. No. And I'm filling in some little divots here where the dang spot welds are that came with the car. Some little bit of pitting in here and a little bit of pitting in here. That's tiger hair, which is more or less fiberglass. Friggin' good ass stuff. And we'll smooth that out. Aside from that, I don't think I've got anything else I want to do in here. I've stripped all that I want to strip down. I may get off some of that junk or gunk. That's likely just some stripper that dripped in there when I stripped the car. I think I do want to fix that. Fill it with something. I don't know. I'll fill it with something, but we'll see. So, enough for this. All right, this is done. Got a little bit of hammering here to do. But I've got this in and done. I'm going to grind that down a little bit more to make it look prettier. But I've got, when I took out the old piece, I cut back too far. It's a piece I'm going to repair. I'm likely just to fill this with tiger hair and call it a day. I know that's not the preferred solution, but I don't really care. It's my car. got some shaping in here to do. That'll be easy. And then I'll fill that, like I say, with the tiger hair stuff, that as well. I'm going to probably grind this down even further to get rid of that rust. Fill out a little pinhole there. And hit pause straight from the other side. And from the other side. I got a little bit of stuff to kind of grind out there as well, but that's not going to be tough at all. Yeah. I'm going to redo some of that. That's seam sealer. That's hardened. That stuff's just about like rock. But I've got that done. And from back here, once it's painted, you're not gonna notice how ugly that looks right now. Once I'm done, you're gonna go, God, Chris, you're awesome. Yep, that's what you're gonna do.